Hello, YouTube again, YouTube and Facebook. This portion of the video, I forgot to tell you about marriage, one flesh. But marriage is not just about sexuality, which it is, and functionality, which I described me working for my husband through through my company, and sexuality that I can only get climax with my husband. That's it. But it's also about salvation. My husband, he got he became paralyzed. He got electrocuted, but that was because of me. I committed a sacrilege. I lied in confession, and the very next thing that happened was that my husband got paralyzed because I committed a sacrilege. And and I wasn't supposed to go to hell, and for that my husband had to pay, and therefore he was sacrificing all his life for me so I wouldn't go to hell. And he paid for it by being strapped to a wheelchair. And then later on, when I got my lover, he lost his kidneys and suffered even more. So if you have a woman with a guy that's sick, crippled, with freaking problems, it's because she's probably a witch. And and I destroyed my husband in 4 years. And that was because he left. He had to go to Mexico because his brother got caught with drugs, and he couldn't find work anymore. And so he left. And as soon as he left, I ended up doing the sacrilege. And then later on, he tells me to move on. I end up with a lover that was married. And then he loses his kidneys. So he suffered for my iniquities. Even though I had to suffer, but we were one. And he was the head. And he is the priest because he's a male. And I get diabetes, and that was because I don't know. He didn't have very much sense. He was pretty much a saint, but at the end of his life, I was in his judgment, and I got to plead for his salvation. I got to plead for purgatory, and I already told you guys in the video. God said, "Didn't you know he denied me?" And I remember the time he criticized Catholics for not doing better after retreats. And he was attacking the church, he was attacking God, and he was about to go to hell. But God gave me the chance because I prayed the chaplet. God gave me the chance to save him. And I think it would have been unfair if he would have ended up in hell because he was basically a saint. And he fasted. He didn't eat salt. He was quadriplegic. He was poor. He had all the pluses of a saint. And but he had that one mistake, and he didn't go to communion. He didn't go to confession before he died, and therefore he was going to hell because he wasn't making it. And so I got to plead for purgatory, and God gave him purgatory, and now he's in heaven because I also prayed for his indulgence. Every day I would go to confession. I would take communion and pray for the holy souls of the purgatory because I didn't know where he was. And so he saved me from hell by 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 doing penance for me. God made him do penance for me, for my sacrilege, and I got to pray for him for his purgatory. And he got saved, and I got out of hell. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.